Hey, top of the morning, man. Hope you guys are good. Welcome to the Driven Millennial Podcast, right? Episode 2. And what we're going to speak about today, we're going to speak about the plan, right? What is the plan? Cool. So you going on a new venture, you're starting out something new, right? And you think you need a plan. You think you need the perfect plan. Right? Because if you don't have the perfect plan, it's not going to work. Because things only work when you have the perfect plan, right? That's what we're taught our whole lives, right? We're taught perfection, right? Well, guess what? I'm gonna give you guys the rule, right? I'm gonna give you guys the rule, and I'm gonna give you guys the real. There's no such thing as a perfect plan, right? Especially in this life thing, especially in this starting out a new venture, building something from scratch thing, right? And the reason I say there's no such thing as a perfect plan, because remember, right? You have your plan, but life has its own plan, right? And we don't control life. We try to control what we can control, but we ultimately don't control life, right? You have your plan, life has its own plans. But now let me tell you the secret to this thing, right? The secret is refining as you go along, right? So everybody thinks you need a perfect plan. You don't need a perfect plan. Guys, the perfection is made in the refinement, right? As you keep going, as you take the steps, as you keep going, as you take the steps, you realize that, hey man, actually, let me change this. Let me change that, right? Because the more you change things and the more you refine things, the smoother and the better they get, right? So I need you guys to stop with that mindset of thinking you need a perfect plan for your life. It doesn't work like that, right? A lot of people you see that are successful or that are having breakthroughs and stuff, right? Sometimes it might look like they had a perfect plan. Like, how did you get here? What was your plan? They never had a perfect plan. Right? What they had, however, is a plan to begin, is a plan to start, right? And obviously they had an idea. There's a difference between having an idea, difference between of what you want to do and how you want things to be, as opposed to the perfect plan, right? So they had an idea and they said, hey, I'm gonna roll with it and this is what I'm gonna do. And as they kept going, right, all that these people did was tweak, right? You tweak. And ultimately, as you keep tweaking, that's when now you start seeing breakthroughs, right? You start seeing breakthroughs, new doors start opening. And now what is happening is now you're starting to learn, right? The more you learn, the better you do, right? You know better, you do better, right? So that's what happens, right? As they learn, they start doing better. And as they go, they start figuring out ways to improve this thing that they're doing, to improve this idea that they're doing, right? And as they go and start having a little bit more breakthroughs, they become more confident in what they're doing. Okay, cool. Now I'm starting to gain my confidence, right? Because now I'm seeing that this thing that I'm doing is actually starting to work. And because now I'm gaining the confidence, now I'm taking bigger risks, right? Because I'm taking bigger risks, whenever these things do work, now I have what? Bigger rewards, right? Bigger rewards. And all you do, guys, you pretty much just grow your idea, right? This idea that you have, you pretty much just actually grow it a bit more and more. And then that's how you see like people touch, great heights in life, great levels, right? But funny enough, when you always ask these people, like, where did you start? That's why stories are so powerful. You guys, these people that you guys look up to and stuff, go read up about their story. Go find out about their story, right? Find out where they began. And then you will see that it wasn't always perfect. They didn't have the perfect plan, right? But what they did have is the refinement. As they kept going, they kept getting better, more breakthroughs, right? So what I want to say to you guys today is this, right? I need you to understand that nobody has this thing figured out. We don't have it figured out. However, what we do have, we've got the knowledge. And then we are wiser. around this thing that we are dealing with, around this idea that we're dealing with, right? Around this life thing that we are in. We've become wiser, we've become more knowledgeable, right? But nobody has it figured out. So for those of you guys that are waiting on the perfect plan, I need you guys to stop that shit today, right? Excuse my French. I need you to stop that shit, right? Everybody's waiting for the perfect circumstances, right? I'll start when, I'll begin when, I'll launch my business when, I'll launch my idea when. And that's not how it works, right? You guys are waiting for the perfect weather. You guys are waiting for perfect waters, right? But the best sailors, your best captains on the sea are made in rough waters, right? So people that are having breakthroughs, right, they don't wait for the perfect weather. They don't wait for the perfect seas, right? They don't wait for the perfect weather. They don't wait for the perfect time because they understand that this life thing doesn't work like that, right? I'll give you an example in my life when I started network marketing, right? I was going through whatever I was going through. And ultimately, I knew that, you know what, I'm not going to change my situation by waiting, right? Things aren't just going to get better by themselves. The only way that things are going to get better is that if I decide to change my situation, if I decide to do something about it now, right? And when I did something about it now, that's when change started happening. So everybody's waiting for life to calm down, life to stop beating them. Well, it doesn't work like that. It's going to keep beating you until you get better and like force life just to be more better on you, right? Force life just to be nicer to you. And the only way you do that is by changing your situation now. Whatever you're going through now, change that. And over time, you will see life becomes kind of like smoother. Or sometimes it doesn't even become smoother. You just get better as a person, right? So like what is hard to you is not hard to someone else, right? What is smooth to you is not smooth to someone else, right? What you call work is not work to someone else. What you call work ethic is not work ethic to someone else, right? Some people just might have 20 times the more intensity than you have when it comes to like just like achieving their goals and just chasing things they want in life, right? So understand that there's no perfect way to do this thing. There's no perfect book that's gonna show you what's the perfect way to do this. Understand everybody's just speaking from experience and everybody has their story and their experience, right? All we supposed to do from these people we look up to, we just take the nuggets that we feel like we relate to, the nuggets that we feel are gonna work for us, right? And then you improvise them on your life and what you're doing based on what you're doing at the time and how your life is going, right? So we don't have the perfect motivational speaker. We don't have the perfect nothing. We have the what can work for us and what works for us, right? And that's all I'm going to say to you guys today. So whatever thing you're going to start it today. Don't let no one tell you. Don't let no one tell you that there's a way to do it and there's not a way to do it, right? Obviously take advice then and there. But in my first episode, I already told you guys about taking too much advice, right? This is your life. And it's your vision, how you see it, right? And you might have your plan, so don't let people get in the way of that. Shout out to you guys, much love. The Driven Millennial Podcast, The Plan.